With telephone, Skype, or webinar-based calls, since you're not at the employer's location, you're at your own location, you have an advantage where you can really pick your location and really prepare it to be the most comfortable and successful for you. So first thing is to pick a location in your home or wherever you're taking the call from where you feel like a professional, or where you can at least get it set up so you can feel like you're focused on the interview and feel like a professional. Maybe you have a home office or something like that, but it could be at the dining room table, it could be anywhere. Do remove clutter and everything like that so you're organized, you feel good. Also be in a spot where there won't be any interruptions. Check your schedule. If you have roommates or spouse or children or anything like that, be aware of their schedule too. So ideally you don't want them kind of running in during your interview. Think about background noise too as well. Maybe you've got an office where there's a noisy fan that you need to turn off, or some noise from outside that might be real distracting. So be aware of background noise too. That's why a lot of times you don't want to do it in the kitchen, because it's a lot of background noise and there are a lot of hard surfaces that reverberate that noise. Also, make sure that you have your materials nearby, and we're going to talk about materials here in a second, and then also that you were really reviewing your technology with those best practices we talked about earlier, and that everything is tested and was working fine based on this other lesson. As far as your materials, you want to have all those things handy just in case you need to refer to them, like your resume or your CV, that you have that information right there. You probably won't need to look at, but just in case something comes up on it, you have it at your fingertips. Same thing with a company application or the job description. You're most likely not going to grab that, but it's there that you're ready if you need to, or you need to reference it. Certainly anything that might be a key fact that you want to have available for you for easy reference, or things like maybe if it's a screening interview and they need to verify dates of employment or those types of things, having that handy and nearby is good. It doesn't even hurt to have like a little piece of paper standing up or on a clipboard or something talking about maybe some of your success stories or key things you want to emphasize, so it's right there kind of in front of your face, so you can kind of think about how to work that in. So obviously it's off camera, or if it's a telephone interview, you don't have to worry about it being seen, so you can do that to your advantage. Have printed by or posted up there the interviewer's names, who you're talking to. So easy to forget, like, oh, what was his name again? Or especially if you're interviewing with like 3 or 4 people over a webinar, that you have all that kind of handy, and that you have that all perfectly available to you. You could also have any kind of questions you might have you want to ask written down. Whether it's a face-to-face interview, it's good to write those down too. So as you're comes to your section, you can kind of open up your notebook, or at least have it in your memory when you're waiting to do your interview. Here in a phone or Skype or webinar interview, it could be off camera, or if there's no camera, you can have them all posted and ready to go too. And lastly, have a notepad and pens. I say pens like you have more than one in case one dries out, not a pencil or anything that might break, but have a notepad and pens to take notes, especially after the call concludes. You have it all right there, so you can immediately take your notes and right then and there, and you'll be ready for your next interview in the process. So the key as far as preparing your interview location, once again, pick a location that works for you, have it be decluttered, not a lot of background noise, and go through this list of reference materials to have handy, and you'll be very confident and prepared for your next telephone, Skype, or webinar-based interview.